straight to the press review with Dipti today. Donald Trump's criticism of Pope Leo, we talked about it earlier, but it's dominating the press as well today.
Yeah, that's right. It comes, of course, after Donald Trump lambasted the US-born pontiff as weak and terrible for foreign policy, to which Pope Leo said that he's not afraid to speak out against the Donald Trump administration. Now, it comes after the Pope's earlier comments calling for peace and dialogue in the war in Iran, and he offered his strongest condemnation of the war without mentioning Donald Trump. In its analysis, the Washington Post says by critiquing Pope Leo, Donald Trump is now alienating a base of his supporters, those conservative Catholics. The paper also relaying the shock of Catholic Church observers who say this, quote, open war of words between the Pope and the president is unprecedented. And the Post notes that Donald Trump was not taking aim at Pope Francis, who at the time was seen as anti-American, but rather Pope Leo, a, quote, White Sox-loving South Side of Chicago boy made good, who delivered his critiques with the unassuming presence of a small-town parish priest.
And in fact, that spat, if that's the word for it, really dominating the Italian press today, Dipti.
Yeah, that's right. This is La Repubblica, one of the major Italian dailies, which talks about the outrage of Donald Trump's, quote, contempt for the pontiff, it says on its front page. Another paper, La Stampa, choosing to focus on that very questionable image posted by Donald Trump, appearing in a Jesus-like figure touching the forehead of a sick man. This image was posted earlier to his social media channel, Truth Social. So La Stampa focuses on that. The Daily Star also focusing on that. The Daily Star here saying, you're not the Messiah, you're a very naughty boy. The Daily Telegraph on its front page says Trump repents his Jesus stunt. It comes after he actually took down that post after widespread criticism. The New York Times, for its part, says the president is trying to explain it away by saying that he was actually depicting himself as a doctor, making people better, not Jesus, despite that religious imagery around that picture. And you also have La Croix, the French paper, choosing the high road in this case, choosing to focus on Pope Leo and his unwavering strength in the face of these criticisms from the US president.
And strong reactions as well, you found, from the Illustrated Press today.
Yeah, that's right. You'll like some of these, Stuart. This is the Washington Post today. Mike Ramirez seeing Donald Trump suggesting that they blockade the Vatican now in the wake of that dispute with the Pope. You also have this one here from Patrick Blower from the Daily Telegraph, who sees Donald Trump as creating his own model of Mar a Roma with the megalomaniac president in this cartoon, at least, overlooking the biggest Vatican in history, he hopes. Nicely illustrated.
Let's move on now. The website Futurism, it relays a report accusing Amazon of trying to cover up a dead worker in one of its US facilities.
Yeah, that's right. Futurism, this website here, relaying this investigation from an investigative website called The Western Edge, an investigative journalistic website, which reported on the April 6th death of a worker in Oregon's Troutdale Distribution Center for Amazon. An employee known as Sam tells this outlet that despite seeing a dead body lying on the floor of the center, he was told to get back to work. So he explains that a man had collapsed and one employee was performing CPR. And when Sam wanted to take over the CPR, he was told by management that it was management or the safety team's responsibility. Now, that employee in question who had collapsed later died. And the website explains that the worker's job had been to move yellow plastic bins to a cart, so a very physically demanding job. Staff were only told about this many hours later, meaning that many of them would continue to work with this dead body on the floor, according to this investigation. The website reminds us that back in 2024, Bernie Sanders accused Amazon of sacrificing employee safety for higher productivity, something that Amazon's always denied. In this case, it has not yet commented on these allegations.
Finally from Dipti, story of an independent coffee shop. It's gone viral for actually sharing one of its very popular recipes, apparently.
Yeah, that's right. It's a lovely story, Stuart. Here, you have it here. It's called Little Joy Coffee, and it's spreading joy across the world, actually. It's based in Minnesota. Now, the shop manager posted a video last month as part of their series called DIY or Buy. Basically, you get to decide based on the video whether you can make it at home or whether you should buy it in the coffee shop. And so she posted a full recipe for the coffee shop's raspberry Danish latte and invited other coffee shops to make it and put it on the menu. The recipe and drink quickly went viral. The latte is now offered in hundreds of coffee shops around the world, from Korea to Malaysia to New Zealand to Canada. All this thanks to the selflessness of a coffee shop owner who says she wanted to support her fellow independent baristas. Stuart.
Very nice. I'll have one afterwards. Thank you.
I don't know how to make it. I haven't.
She'll look it up. She'll look it up. Dip tea with the papers on France 24. More coming up.